Most of the time they come from very poor backgrounds. The kind of background they come from is mostly the low class, because that is the group that is most hit by the pandemic.
They come from different backgrounds. Some of them come from the slum, others from the well-to-do families, because HIV does not discriminate. Anybody can get it.
Primarily, the ones we see here are children from the slums.
The majority come from the poor, the low-income earners.
How did most of these children contract HIV?
Majority of these children contracted HIV through birth.
They mostly contracted from their mothers, what is called mother-to-child transmission, during pregnancy, during delivery, or in the course of breastfeeding.
When I first knew that I was sick was when I went for a pregnancy test. So they took my blood test to make sure. Then they told me that I was sick.
She was sick again. So when we went there, I asked them to check whether she is positive, because me, I'm like that.
It's important not to be judgmental to these people. You're dealing with fine young people who have moved on, become married, form their families, and then find out they have AIDS.
Then I had to test. I went to Aisha's clinic. I was tested there. Then I was told that how I was.
Again, the majority have acquired the HIV from the mother through the birthing process. So they're born with the HIV, and they progress onward from there.
My name is Madat Kareli. I am 9 years old. I go to school, St. Jesus Das Primary School. I love maths and English.
Very good, hey!
The difference between HIV, being HIV positive and having AIDS, actually a lot of times comes in when the opportunistic infection set in.
Okay, majority of these kids come in with the opportunistic diseases like TB, oral thrush, and pneumonia.
A group of patients come in with an AIDS-defining illness. So that's going to be a TB, certain kinds of pneumonias, certain kinds of fungal infections.
She was so bad. She had a chest problem, not TB, but just pneumonia.
She had pneumonia.
They discovered she had pneumonia. We stayed for 3 days. She wasn't getting well.
What you usually see are weight loss, chronic fevers.
They tend to lose a lot of weight. Things set in like chronic diarrhea, they lose appetite.
She was so weak. She was not eating. And the stomach, it was so big. They said that she had some problem with the liver.
Before, she could not even move. She was like I'm sorry to say, but she was like a doll.
When you say a child has AIDS, that means the child is very sick, and the child cannot perform anything. The child is very sick.
So what the virus does, it reduces the natural defense, what helps your body fight infections.
HIV plus one of those infections, then we could say the person has AIDS.
About ARVs, that is antiretrovirus therapy.
Antiretroviral.
Antiretroviral.
Antiretroviral, it's the drugs that act against the virus that causes HIV.
Basically, what those drugs do is they slow down reproduction of the virus.
So these are medicines that work by reducing the multiplication of the virus.
They cannot kill the virus. They slow down production of the virus to the point where you can render it almost useless.
Once the kid has AIDS and the kid is not put on ARVs, definitely the kid will just die.
Death in a very short time.
Yeah, and then it's usually a pretty rapid decline.
The natural defense is poor and there's no way of boosting it, and there are these infections coming in, then usually, there's not much hope for that child.
And I've got 4 children who are alive, 5 who are alive, and I've buried 2.
A boy who was 7 years by then. Then this year, he was sick, pneumonia, for 3 days, and he passed away.